Okay students, welcome to Chemistry Online. In previous class we discussed biological importance of magnesium. Now in this class we are going to discuss biological importance of calcium. It's very important topic. So here you have to know biological importance of calcium. Biological importance of calcium. So what is the importance of calcium in biomolecules we are going to discuss. See, if you take 70 kgs of person contains 1200 grams of calcium. 70 kgs of human being contains an adult. A 70 kg of an adult person, an adult contains 1200 grams of calcium. Okay, see here, a 70 kg of adult contain 1200 grams of calcium. 1200 grams of calcium. Okay, so 99% of the calcium is present in teeth and bones. 99% of calcium present in bones and teeth. Bones and teeth. Calcium plays very important role in neuromuscular functions and internal neurotransitions and cell membrane integrity and coagulating blood. In all these process calcium plays very important role. Okay, so here calcium plays very important role in the following process. So first one is intermuscular functions. So neuromuscular functions. So here it is nothing but neuromuscular function, neuromuscular functions. Okay, then second one is interneuronal transition. Then third one is cell membrane integrity. Cell membrane integrity. And fourth one is coagulating blood. All these functions calcium plays very important role. See, if you take blood plasma, calcium present in the blood plasma 1 milligram per liter. So here 100 milligrams per 100 milligrams per liter. Okay, so here one more important point you have to know here, the concentration of the concentration of calcium in blood plasma is 100 milligrams per liter. 100 milligrams per liter. The concentration of calcium in blood plasma 100 milligrams per liter. It was maintained by two hormones. So calcitonin and parathyroid hormones. So it was maintained by CALCI, calcitonin and parathyroid hormones. Okay, so used for muscle contraction. So this concentration was maintained by these two hormones, calcitonin and parathyroid hormones. Okay, so per day 200 to 300 milligrams required for adult person or adult body. Adult body requires 200 to 300 milligrams per a day. Okay, see here, adult body require 200 to 300 milligrams per day. Adult body require 200 to 300 milligrams calcium. 200 to 300 milligrams calcium per day. Okay, so here daily we require calcium. Why? Because calcium soluble and deposit in the blood. Okay, so this is biological importance of calcium. Okay, it is briefly S block elements. Okay, so here this is biological importance of calcium. Including this topic, so S block elements is over. Now we are going to discuss next P block elements. We are going to discuss. Okay, so this is biological importance of calcium and magnesium. It is very important topic. So it is also important for 4 marks. Previously we discussed biological importance of magnesium. So magnesium which is present in the chlorophyll. Okay, so that is also present in animals and plants also. So here it is a calcium. Calcium means 99% of the calcium is present in the bones and teeth. If you want strong bone, then you have to take calcium daily 200 to 300, then otherwise you will get some weakness in the body. Okay, so this is briefly about calcium. Next 10th chapter we are going to start. That is P block elements. Next 10th chapter we are going to start. that is P block elements. P block elements. So first of all, you know what are P block elements and how many groups are present in the P block, and each group what type of elements are present. So we are going to discuss. P block elements means the last electron enters into p orbital are called P block elements. Okay, the last electron enters into p orbital are known as P block elements. P block elements. Okay, so here 6 groups are present in P block. 6 groups. The last electron enters into p orbital are known as P block elements. So 6 groups are present in P block. 13 to 18. Okay, so here 6 electrons can accommodate 6 electrons can accommodate in p orbital due to presence of 6 groups. Due to presence of 6 groups. Okay, like this. It is a px, it is a py, it is a pz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, like this. Okay, so here 6 electrons can accommodate in p orbital due to presence of 6 groups. Okay, so they are nothing but third A group or 13th group, third A group or 13th group elements. These are called boron family, third A group or 13th group elements are called boron family. Next, fourth A or 14th group elements. 14th group elements. 4th A or 14th group elements are known as a carbon family. Carbon family because it is starts with a carbon. Next, 5th A or 15th group elements. 15th group elements are called nitrogen family. Because it is starts with nitrogen. Next, 6th A or 16th group elements. 16th group elements are called oxygen family. Oxygen family. Next, seventh A group. Seventh A group or 17th group. 17th group elements are called fluorine family. Fluorine family. Okay. Then last one, 8th A. 8th A or 18th group. 18th group elements. 18th group elements. Okay. 8th A or 18th group elements are called halogens, aerogens, noble gases. Noble gases. Okay, third to sixth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. Okay, so here general electron configuration, what are the elements present in these corresponding groups we are going to discuss. So these are in P block. In P block, all metals, metalloids and non-metals are present. Okay, so here in P block, metals, comma metalloids, metalloids and non-metals are present. Metals, non-metals and metalloids are present. Okay, so we are going to discuss group number, each group number and what type of elements are present. See here, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Okay, so 13 is nothing but a third A, fourth A, fifth A, sixth A, seventh A and eighth A. Okay, so here we are going to discuss so what are the groups are present in this. So third A means boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and thallium. So it is nothing but a boron family. So fourth A, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. It is a 14th group. See, it is nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. This is a 15th group. Next, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. It is a 16th group. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. It is a 7th A group elements. Next, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. All these are 18th group elements. Okay, so this is so all these are P block elements. So in first year we are going to discuss only 13 and 14th group. In second year we will discuss remaining all groups. In first year only we are going to discuss only these two groups. In second year we will discuss remaining all these groups. Okay, here general electronic configuration is NS2 NP1. Here general electronic configuration is NS2 NP2. Here NS2 NP3. Here NS2 NP4. Here NS2 NP5. Here NS2 NP6. General electron configuration. GEC means general electron configuration. It contains 3 electrons, 4 electrons, 5 electrons, 6 electrons, 7 electrons, and 8 electrons. So this is briefly groups containing P block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. General electron configuration NS2 NP1, NS2 NP2, NS2 NP3, NS2 NP4, NS2 NP5, NS2 NP6. These are stable. These are stable. Okay. It is a boron family, carbon family, nitrogen family are also called pnicogens, oxygen family are also called chalcogens, fluorine family are also called halogens. These are aerogens. Aerogens. 8A group elements are called halogens. So these groups are present in P block. In present first year, you are going to discuss only these two groups. It is the 10th chapter, it is the 11th chapter. Okay, 4 marks, 4 marks. This is P block elements. Next, in P block, first we are going to discuss about boron family. Boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium. Okay, so this is briefly about P block elements introduction. P block elements introduction. Okay, so once you have to see what we discussed.